Hey guys, how's it going? Coderman here. In today's video, I want to give you a quick update on the Ford F-150 Lightning and my plans with it. So as you may have noticed, Ford has released another wave of ordering for those that reserved, and I'm super fortunate that I'm in this wave. So unfortunately, I did not get into the first wave, which means that I can't get the Pro Edition. However, the other ones are still available, and I basically am now able to actually spec one out. So before I get into the reservation process and which one I'm building and all of that, I should quickly kind of explain why I'm looking at a Lightning, as it kind of feels like, or it may feel like to you guys that I'm all over the place. So with my wife and I doing rental properties and getting heavier into that in 2022, I really, I need some sort of a truck. I do a lot of things that require a truck, and even the Bronco being an off-road vehicle, I can't really trailer with it, and unfortunately, I can't really store much in it. So as a result, I kind of get stuck with, having to borrow trucks or have a buddy move something or whatever it happens to be. Why the Lightning specifically? Well, the Lightning for me is kind of interesting because as much as I hate electric vehicles, which I truly do, I love internal combustion engines, I love the sound, the raw visual experience, the actual feedback in the wheel, all of it. Lightning, all electric vehicles, doesn't matter what it is, they don't have that. However, the Lightning is kind of, obviously it fits the truck element of it, but more importantly, EV vehicles are the future. So you have to get on board, at some point, we're gonna have to drive EV vehicles. Funny enough, I also have a reservation on a Chevy Silverado 1500 EV, but I probably won't see that or anything about that till late next year. So that's not a factor either. So really, it kind of just comes down to experiencing something different that I haven't had before, and I figured the Lightning fits that bill. So the reservation process was very similar to the Bronco. You registered your intent. However, for me, I got super lucky that, probably because of the Bronco, but as they were doing the unveil, I immediately opened the Ford website. And before the CEO of Ford even walked on stage, they opened the reservation banks. So I immediately put my information in before I'd even seen what the vehicle was. Then I waited. It didn't seem like any information was coming out. And then yesterday I get an email and a text message from Ford saying that I can build my F-150 Lightning. And now I'm just going to kind of walk you through the options as well as how I spec'd mine out, my final price. Did the dealership charge me MSRP or will they charge me MSRP? All the individual details of my build specifically. So you'll see right off, this is the vehicle. This, of course, is a rendering, but really this is probably what it's going to look like. The stone gray metallic, not really a fan of it. I do love black trucks, but at the same time, they're impossible to keep clean. So I'm thinking, let's go with rapid red metallic, which is actually what I was going to go with for the Bronco. Before I fell in with Velocity Blue. Battery options. So you got standard battery, which has your estimated range of 230, and you have your dual motor, which has a range of 300, more horsepower, obviously equivalent torque. However, it's almost $10,000 more. Is it really worth the difference? I think you got to decide for yourself. For me, I'm sticking with a standard battery. This is where Ford kind of annoys me. The options between the two classes, to the two trims, is not really enough. I really don't want to go to the next level up, but at the same time, I want the heated steering wheel. I want the heated front seats. I live in New England. It gets cold. I don't need all of this like approach detection and 360 and all this stuff. I don't necessarily need that. Wheels, I'll probably change them to something else anyways. So it's like I was kind of torn, right? Like, do I just not get heated steering wheel and heated front seats and the other little trim pieces? Or do I, stick with what's there? And I decided, you know what? I'm not upgrading the battery, so I'm going to upgrade this kit here, and I'm going to end up getting all the different things that I want. Okay, so that's added. My price is going up, as you can see in the top right. Looked at these two different tow packages. I don't even know what this thing what this is. They don't even have any details, so whatever. Tow technology package. I've towed things before. I'm not going to be doing professionally. I don't need all of this. It's very easy to back up to a trailer. So $1,400, I'll pass. The wheels that come with the upgraded package that I picked, they look fine enough for now. Tires, I'm going to keep the same. And then this is just kind of a selection of exterior options that you can get. Some of them you'll see are actually pre-selected because of the different trim packages that you've picked. In this case, like I'm getting the power tailgate, I'm getting the cross traffic alert. Here's the two different power options. So this would be if you want to do onboard power. Because I'm upgrading to the other kit, I end up getting the 9.6 watt power kit. As you can see, I do this to show you, here's everything you're going to lose. The XLT 312A is the biggest thing. So let's leave that. And then you can kind of just see, like, you know, my mirrors and 360 camera and all of that stuff. You know, everything is just kind of included. You know, running boards included. My wife will love that because she can't get into the Bronco all that easy. It's up high. This was kind of funny for me. So when I'm going through the options, I'm like, oh, I wonder what I'll do with the interior. Ford has decided, probably for the XLT, I haven't looked at the other models. I'd be curious if you're speccing one out, let me know. Your color options are gray and cloth seats. That's what you get, okay? Like I said, you probably upgrade to the Platinum. You'll get leather seats and all that. Honestly, for me, this is going to be more of a work truck. This isn't a luxury truck. And I'm not spending $90,000 on a truck that I'm going to be using for actual work. And that just kind of rounds out the options. So, as opposed to the Bronco, there wasn't a ton of stuff that you can add. Now, there's a lot of options you can, if you want to do like the in-vehicle safe or things like that. I'm actually going to be doing a video on this for the Bronco. I actually ordered this for the Bronco, so I'm going to be doing that video this week. So here's my breakdown. Here's the summary of, what I'm going to be paying for, as well as the options I'm getting. And you'll see right in this general area here, you say place your order, but you'll see that the estimated delivery is 24 plus weeks. So they're already setting the expectation, which I think they learned from the Bronco, that people want to know what's going on and they don't want to be left in the dark. And this here, so my configuration is complete. It's telling me that, this is the Lightning that you're purchasing. Obviously, here's your color, all your options, whatever. But you'll notice where it says dealer selling price, and then it's not including a federal tax credit, so that's great. However, so two things. One, the dealer selling price, from what I gather, is what the dealer has to sell it to me for, because I'm reserving this. My dealer is not charging an upsell. I've noticed some other dealers, some friends have shared me some photos and stuff for their reservations. They're seeing $7,000 tacked on as a market adjustment, but they're seeing it at the reservation stage or the ordering stage, which is interesting because that basically means that Ford is letting the dealers set the price. I actually like this. And the reason I like this is if the dealer wants to charge more, tell me up front. Don't tell me when I sit down at the table to sign the deal. I don't know if Ford's doing this to limit people ordering or what the exact reason is, but they are requiring an additional deposit of $500. Now, the $100 is 100% refundable. Be careful on the $500 deposit because it's up to your dealership. So once the configuration is complete, you've checked your numbers, everything looked good. Maybe play around with the monthly calculator if you want. So here's my selections. Again, just quickly make sure that everything that you actually want is in the build and accept those terms and conditions, and then move on over to payment, which I can't show because it has personal info. And I have it saying that your order has been submitted, and they'll keep me updated on my build. So there's my order date. Order number is blacked out. Dealer name, it's fine. I love McGovern Ford of Framingham, so I'll definitely recommend them and put them in the video. There's my order deposit, how much I'm paying, and then of course the vehicle that I ordered, which is the XLT. XLT for me, again, it checks all the boxes of everything that I need. I don't need all the frilly stuff that's in the Platinum. And again, I cannot get myself to spend $90,000 on a truck that I'm going to be using as a work truck. So there you go. There's the whole ordering process. It's pretty straightforward. There's how I spec'd out mine. No clickbait. This is exactly how I ordered it. And now I just wait. I'll of course keep you guys updated on the process like I did with the Bronco. And in regards to the Bronco, what are my plans for it? Am I going to keep it once the Lightning comes in? I'm not 100% sure. I do really enjoy it, but at the same time, I'm not a super off-roader, so I'm not sure that I'm going to end up using it to its limits. And I do, like I said, I really still enjoy it. I have some plans for it, some things being modified, all good stuff. But, beginning of next year, end of this year, maybe I'll be done with it and I'll move it on to somebody else that can enjoy it more. Or maybe I'll keep it and put it alongside the, the F-150 Lightning. So final thoughts. Really, I'm kind of super excited for the Lightning. I'm not super excited for EV, and I've kind of mentioned that before. I mentioned at the beginning of the video. I've mentioned in other videos. I don't love them, but I want to get to love them simply because it's going to be the future. I'm not going to be doing tons of long haul towing, so range isn't as important to me. But I am, of course, curious because even the Bronco, I get pretty good gas mileage, which equates into range. I don't have any range anxiety. I'm sure with this, if I wanted to drive it down south or something, I would have to plan for something like that. I'll definitely take it on some road trips and share my insights on, is range anxiety real when it comes to the Lightning? But as always, I appreciate you guys checking out these videos. If you have any comments or questions, I'm sure you do on EVs and on the Lightning, definitely leave a comment below. I'm actually going to be on All Terrain Nation's YouTube channel next week for a live, probably going to be on Tuesday, but check his socials to see when it's going to be. And we're going to talk all things EV. So if you have any questions that you don't want to leave a comment, or maybe it comes to you in the next couple days, hop on that live with us and let's talk about EV vehicles. So yeah, thanks for checking this out. Please subscribe if you're new here, and I'll catch you in the next video.